Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerTrading.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to begin by giving you a recap on a couple of the ideas that I've been sharing here in these free videos. I feel like I've had hopefully a very beneficial flow for you and for your trading in these free videos. And just a reminder to, like and subscribe to these if you have found them helpful, as these are not, throwaway ideas or just some little something to get a free video published. I'm really trying to bring you some of the best ideas that I have, and the past two of them, if you've been keeping up with them, you've been able to make some good money off of them. So the first of them we're talking about, last week we were talking about the put-call ratio and how that can be helpful in finding lows in the indexes. And then I took that and moved into the idea that today, being April Fool's Day, but no jokes here, this is all about that seasonality or the historical tendency to see a bullish day the day before Good Friday. So I was telling you to try to look for buying opportunities on this day. As it worked out, the low was made a little bit prior to it, but even if you had been buying on Wednesday, that was a very successful trade into today. So really a lot of what I'm bringing you today is just summary, again, to say that these free videos are going to have some of the best ideas that I have, but after doing that for a couple of weeks back to back, I am going to be away from the markets next week. So I'm going to be detached a little bit, so I'm not going, I just want to point out that these have been helpful. They have really produced some great trading ideas, and if you followed that from Wednesday into Thursday, you were able to make some great cash off of it. Now, the one thing that I will leave you with is coming back to this, and this is looking at the seasonality as we head into April. So, of course, today being the 1st, and then we're going to head into a 3-day weekend, and then when we get back on Monday, that'll be the 5th. And this is just what I want you to see, that when you look back in time, this is pulling 16 years worth of data, and in April, we have been up 100% of the time, which is just to say that the monthly bar closes higher than it opens. So of course we're not going to go straight up, and you can pretty much count on a little bit of volatility, but at the end of the day, the 3% gain has been shown over those 16 years, and I think that that's something that is very much worth focusing on. Also, think about that phrase, the sell in May and go away. Why does that tend to be successful? Well, if you can see a great run higher in April, well, then that's a wonderful spot to unload some of those holdings, and then you see that that tendency really drops as you get into May. So, keep an eye on the put-call ratio, keep an eye on this historical tendency, keep an eye on the seasonality as you head into April, and I think these free videos, these little tips here and there, will really help bring an edge to your trading. So, have a great 3-day weekend, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime in the near future.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments that I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me